I just figured I have no idea how we're going to start.
Neither.
Okay, so you're welcome to another edition of A Sip and Talk.
Yep.
And I feel like this is our official first edition because that first one was just like a pilot.
Just a little like teaser, like
exactly,
to just give you a bit of what we're going to be doing moving forward.
So in case you are just running into us randomly, my name is KEL.
My name is Ify.
And this is Sip and Talk, where we literally sip and talk.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So today we're sipping tea because the weather is a bit cold.
It sure is, but
so
I like the weather.
It's important
though. Do you like it?
So now, weather like this, I'd rather be home doing nothing.
Yeah, me too.
Just lazing
in bed.
about. Yes. So I have a problem with the weather when I have to work.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it's a waste.
I was about to say it's a waste of good weather.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a waste of good weather.
It is a waste.
It's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
But let's get into what we're talking about today, right? Plans I made when I was young and naive.
Oh my.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be?
I wanted to be a musician, as well as become a doctor.
So you wanted to be, say what now?
What? Don't even do this.
When you say musician, like playing an instrument,
like
or
Beyonce, hi there. There's a friend of mine, I'm sure she's gonna watch this. She literally said to me, Ify, don't do it. You will not even turn wood, not to talk of platinum.
But in hindsight, don't you think that advice was like really terrible?
Yeah.
If you sing a note for me, sing a line. Sing.
Is that what we're doing here?
Just sing a line. No. If you're sure that person who gave you that advice killed your confidence,
if I sing that line, I don't want people calling me like, oh girl, maybe let's go to the studio. So
you don't want to be Beyonce again?
Not anymore. I mean, this is the whole essence of this topic that we are discussing today.
Because you're young and naive.
Yeah, I was young and naive. And my parents were not even encouraging. My mom, I have to have a conversation with her. How could she say, you know what? Because she didn't want to, kill that dream within me. She was like, yeah, you could do that and also be a doctor. You could be a doctor musician. You sing for your patients. And I was just like, okay, and I took that. So I said, what is a doctor musician?
Like you would heal people with the power of music.
Oh, my mom. Yeah. Absolutely not. But yeah, I wanted to do that. But above all, I knew I wanted to talk to people. That was a given. That's something that has never changed. I just always knew that I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to help people, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. So I would always watch Oprah and I'm just like, I want to do what she's doing. Making people happy.
What? That same thing to Oprah. So when I was young, I used to take like my mother's hairbrush or the remote control and just talk to myself in front of the mirror. So I wanted to be like a TV host or a model.
Ooh.
Yes, I actually had plans to want to model. Like I'd be in my living room and I'd be catwalking. But then I discovered my love for food and I knew that plan was out the window.
Oh my God.
But then as I now got older, I now saw that they were plus size models and I was like, maybe I should have stuck to that dream.
Yeah, maybe reimagine it.
I don't know.
So where did music come from?
It was my first boyfriend. Yes. Okay. I told the story many times, so I'm sure it's not new to most people.
It's new to me.
So he used to play a lot of rap music around me.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was noise. Never really liked it, but he was adamant. And when you like somebody, you want to like what they like. And that was like my first love. So I was like, okay, I'll listen to it. So he played Bone Thugs and Harmony. And he used to even like write raps for me, like write verses for me on that fast singing thing. It was one rap he wrote for me.
Okay.
They call me K. I was like, so I actually learned to. I've forgotten it now. And then I discovered Eminem and I fell in love with rap music.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be an entertainer. I always knew that. So even when I said that in secondary school, my friends be laughing at me. But I was like, I want to be in the entertainment industry. I just didn't know as what. I wasn't sure. Like rap was very far from what you wanted, but you just knew. Yeah, that I
but isn't that how life is really? Serendipity, like serendipitous moments. You're pursuing something else, and then you, by chance, come across something that you never knew you wanted to do until you came across it.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's how life is.
Plus, also, I remember a friend of mine posted something about, having lived different lives, basically what you would call pivoting, right? And so I said, at the end of the day, if you look at all the jobs that you've done, they're all connected.
Yeah. I believe so.
So I feel like, starting out in the rap, in the entertainment industry as a rapper, getting into TV, getting onto radio, all of these things are actually connected.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have like the confidence that I had from my years as being active in the music industry, I don't think I would be able to easily flow into media.
I get it. Yeah.
So I think everything is connected. And that's why I feel like if there's something that you feel in your heart you want to try it. Last, you won't do well at it, but you could use the knowledge that you've learned from there to apply it to something else that would just lead you on your path to wherever you're supposed to be.
And at least you then know, maybe this is not my path. The worst feeling, that you sit down one day and you start regretting what if and what. There's a phase in life that you get to, I don't know if it's like 60, 65, where it's you're reflecting or you're regretting. So you're reflecting and you're thinking about all the good that you've done, what you've achieved, the risks that you took, or you're regretting and you're thinking, I could have done this, all the time passed and I didn't do it. But what if I actually did it with the time that has passed? It's either it would have grown to be something amazing, or I would have realized maybe this is not for me. But at least I can look back and say, but I tried. But that feeling of, what if I did it? What if it became something amazing? I feel like it's a feeling that you could just never shake off. So that's why it's always nice to try it out.
Yeah, because worst case, you feel, as long as what you're trying to do is not going to kill you. But let's bring it back to, plans I made when I was young and naive. Now, making plans, right? You know how people say, let's go bar hopping this weekend, or let's do drinks, or let's do that. When you make plans, are you 50% sure you're going to cancel? Or do you feel like, yes, I'm going to make these plans and I really want to go, and then on the day something happens and then you have to cancel? Yeah. What's your mindset going into plans when you cancel?
Listen, genuinely, maybe when we're making these plans, I was like, yeah, because I love to be in my house. Like, I love my bed. When I look at my bed, I'm so happy about it. You get what I mean?
Happy about it.
Yeah, I'm so glad. So in my heart, I'm just like, you need to go out because you're single. You need to meet people. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
you're not going to meet them inside.
I'm not going to climb through my window. I'm like, somebody climb a whole tower. I mean, Rapunzel fine past me.
Oh my days. So yeah, I genuinely feel it in my heart. But let me see. Once I reach catch me when I'm outside. Like, before I go home. Catch me. Because if you don't catch me, if I step into my room, I will be like, is it really worth it?
Bro, I make plans 50% sure I'm going to cancel. I'm not even going to lie.
At least you know that you cancel.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's just once in a while I'm really into it. And then the day before, you know how you're supposed to like check in with your friends, say, are we still on? They're like, they haven't checked in with me. Let me not check in with them.
Yeah, me too, I did.
And then on the morning of, like maybe 2 hours to the time, you're like, come, how far? We're not supposed to see today. And I was like, I forgot. Like, I just remembered now. Like, I had plans. Meanwhile, it's a lie, yo. I'm in my third season of the show I'm watching. I'm about to open my second bottle of wine. I'm not going anywhere to do nothing.
But listen, my friends, like the ones that, my close friends, the things that we know ourselves. So we know. So when no one reaches out, we know that nobody really wants to go. So they're just like, you know what, let me wait for Ify. And Ify's like, no, let me wait for her. And she's like, no, let me wait for this other person. So we know ourselves. It's people that I'm not really close to that. They will probably think I really forgot. I did not forget.
You just have to tell yourself, look, get up. Don't be that person. Don't be that, let me just sit down in my house. Sometimes it's just pinch yourself to just go. I think it's important.
It's the whole, event of going. I will have to get my makeup done. I have to make sure my hair is laid. I have to now figure out what dress I'm wearing, especially now that I've lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, I forgot to, cinch the waist of my dress, and I don't want to go out because I'm not.
That's a struggle I have too, and I'm so happy to have that struggle.
Hi, you guys, you need to see the pictures that KEL took this week.
I'm just like, man, I need to buy clothes.
I like it. I love this type of problems. Like,
So speaking of what you were saying, this funny stuff that I saw. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna read it out because I was just like, this is so me. Like, I'm not even going to lie at all. Yes, my toxic trait is telling people I'm down for anything when in reality, I mean not after 8 p.m. Food should be involved, and it also depends on the weather, the parking situation, and how tired I am. Have you ever gone to a place, found it difficult to park, and left? I've done that before, and I'm sorry it was church.
I believe it was church.
Yes, harvesters were having the wine press thing, and I was like, okay, cool.
No. But
the thing is, I got the timing wrong.
Yeah.
So when I got there, I circled that place like 2 times. When we were heading to park or somewhere on the road, it just seemed very, I was like, God, I'm sorry, I tried. Goodbye.
Listen, guys, let me tell you what I do when I go somewhere and I go late. I go in and I act like I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm so sorry, I got here late. Like, are you a delegate from the UK? I mean, they don't ask that, but they probably assume like, oh, did you just come out? I'm just like acting like so naive. Like, I start speaking in a different accent. And you know what? It works. Kelechi, it works. When I speak in a different accent and I'm just like a bit, like looking a bit flustered and like confused, they want to help you. Yeah. But if I come, I'm like, oh, hi, good afternoon. Say, please go back. This is what I do in general. Like if I go for like an event or something, I got there late and I know that, my sitting is dependent on maybe how early I come or whatever. Yeah, I always use that.
You know
what do you think about these like unhealthy expectations that people have because of platforms that recognize excellence at such a young age? We have things like Forbes 30 under 30, and then maybe when you don't make it, you're like, is there 40 under 40? You probably get to be like, is there 60 under 60?
I have one word for you.
What?
Invictus. Obi Invictus, 2 words. Because the thing is, people need to understand that not everybody that you see in front of a camera or in front of on the cover of a magazine, they're not who they supposed to be. Yes, especially in this age of social media that you can just fabricate any and everything, like all these skits that will show maybe somebody helping somebody poor or people or a husband and wife having some random argument. Most of it is staged.
Yeah, it is.
So don't kill yourself because you don't know what other people are doing to get to that level that they're at.
That's true.
Face your front, focus on your focus though, because bruh.
Honestly, and I think we need to also identify what is normal at a specific age, because now we see a lot of people on social media, and it's a fantastic thing. If you get to a level of self-awareness and with, opportunities that you decided to latch on to at very young and you maybe start your business, fantastic. But what is normal when you're 18? What is normal when you're 20? What is normal when you're 21? Kylie Jenner is not a normal, maybe 21-year-old.
I was just going to say that you can't quantify normal. Like there's no groundwork or there's no rule book for normal because everybody lives different lives.
Absolutely.
Blue Ivy is performing on stage with her mother. She's just 11. Is that normal for a regular 11-year-old? No, but it's normal for the daughter of a superstar singer and rapper.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, don't judge your life based off of other people. You look at your life. What applies to you? What have you done with your life? What are the plans you have? What are the resources that are available to you?
Absolutely.
And I also tell parents to don't put that pressure on your kids, especially from a young age. That person carried first. Did they have 2 heads? That person did this. Because you don't even know whether that person is in their house taking ADHD meds that they don't need because they want to stay up all night to study and cram things into their head.
Exactly.
So everybody has a different timeline. Not everybody in this life is going to be famous. Not everybody is going to be great. Not everybody's going to be a millionaire. Not everybody's going to be a billionaire. But you have to look at the quality of your life that you're living and ask yourself, are you happy? Are you content?
If you're constantly exposed to the comparison through social media, it'll be very difficult for you to shut out the noise, to focus on where you are.
I recommend you take a break from social media.
Take a break.
And again, I will always tell you, not everybody is what they post to be.
Absolutely.
Because I remember all these influencers I'd see that they'll be bringing Ghana Must Go, be counting different currencies that they sprayed them at their birthdays. Some of them actually have BDC guys that they rent this money from. Then I also saw somebody who was a website that sells designer bags, carrier bags and boxes, empty. So all these people that now post the boxes and the bags and they don't really show you what's in the box. So they just post the carrier bags and be like, my baby got me this. Meanwhile, they just went and bought the bags and arranged it to form my baby got me this and they're single. So I'm happy for you if you're living that life.
Oh my days.
It's all well and good. If I'm not yet, God day. But I look for the things that bring me joy in my life, and that's how I move on. But it is what it is. But I think it's this tea is almost done, so it's time for us to wrap this up.
Yeah,
right?
I love this tea, by the way.
Yeah,
it's yummy.
Yes, I'm such a tea drinker now. I love it, absolutely love it. So yes, that was our conversation. So let us know in the comments what plans you had when you were young and naive. If it's a career choice, or if it's just basically hanging out with your friends every month, and then you realize, nah, that's a young people's game. Which basically let us know in the comments what plans you had when you were young and naive. And of course, follow us across all social media platforms.
Yes.
All right, so is anything else that we have to add? Is goody?
I think all is good.
Yes.
All is good. And I feel like you will be where you need to be at the right time. Just have that in mind. Just always believe and just be positive about it.
And don't forget, the road to success is lined with good food. I love it. Till next week. And yeah, my name is KEL.
My name is Ify.
And this is Sip and Talk. King.